As the mother of a 2.5-year-old son who doesn't talk a whole lot, I find myself wishing that I could see the world through his eyes. I oftentimes wonder, what is he thinking? What is he feeling right now? Why did he decide that it would be a good idea to put my toothbrush in the toilet? Until very recently, I could only speculate what was going on behind those sweet little brown eyes. But thankfully, my son and I have discovered a way to communicate with each other through the use of sign language. Since research has shown that children gradually come to use symbols to represent concepts, using baby sign language is a natural step to help facilitate the progression towards learned speech. Based on my research of baby signing usage and its consequent results, I will be presenting information regarding the short-term benefits for children as well as their caregivers. Teaching baby sign language to preverbal children can produce numerous and rewarding short-term benefits, not only for children but for their parents and caregivers as well. During the minutes that follow, I will tell you how teaching baby sign language to preverbal children can be beneficial by reducing frustration in the children, by helping caregivers to be more observant and responsive, and by strengthening the positive relationship between children and their parents or caregivers. When it comes to babies and toddlers who aren't using verbal language, frustration can be one of their prominent everyday emotions. It can be frustrating for a child to want or need something and not have the knowledge or the ability to know how to communicate that. Susan K. Barnes, an instructor at the Department of Early Elementary and Reading Education at James Madison University, claims that by teaching children baby sign language, everyday frustrations can be reduced because children now have the opportunity to express their personal needs and emotions or feelings. For example, if a child is hungry, he or she can sign the word for eat instead of crying. Also, the caregiver would be able to decipher the sign instead of having to figure out what the cry really means. By using baby signs, children are also able to identify certain objects, alleviating the need for constant guessing on behalf of the caretaker. So instead of just signing the word eat, a baby could sign the word for eat and then a specific food, such as apple, grapes, or cheese. Another benefit of teaching preverbal babies to sign is that it helps caregivers to be more observant and responsive. According to Drs. Acardolo and Goodwin, whose extensive research studies on baby signing are funded by the National Institutes of Health, when a caregiver responds to a signing child, communication is reinforced. The use of signing and the eye contact that it requires helps children learn that communication is a rewarding reciprocal experience. The interaction between an adult and a child is the most important factor in the development of language. Also, when a caregiver observes the hand and body movements of a child, they're given clues as to what interests the child or what he or she might want at that moment. The last benefit that I want to bring to your attention is that using baby signs can benefit both child and caregiver by strengthening the positive relationship between the two. By using sign language to communicate with their caregivers, children are given the opportunity to take an active role in choosing what to do or what to talk about. This in turn can help boost the child's self-confidence as well as build their self-esteem. Signing can also help build and establish trust between a child and a caregiver. By children expressing their needs, their wants, or their emotions through signing, they're trusting that their caregiver will recognize and respond to them. And this exchange is extremely vital for the positive emotional development of the child. As you can see, teaching preverbal children to use sign language can be rewarding and beneficial for children as well as for adults. Today we discussed the benefits of reducing frustration, helping caregivers to be more observant and responsive, and strengthening the positive relationship between children and their parents or caregivers. Teaching children to communicate through the use of signs should not be used to get them to talk as soon as possible, but rather it should be another tool that parents and caregivers have to foster a warm, nurturing relationship that allows each individual child to feel confident and secure. And as a parent, that is my ultimate desire. Thank you.